This week's video is sponsored by Squarespace, the all-in-one platform to build your perfect website. So I didn't really expect to make this video because for a long time I had a very fixed idea in my head about camera systems and what I thought I needed in order to get the results I wanted from my landscape photography. But over the last little while, something has genuinely surprised me, and it's changed the way I think about Micro Four Thirds quite a bit. So in this video, I want to talk a bit about that experience, not in a technical way, but just from actually being out here, using the system in real conditions, and how it's made me feel as a photographer. So before we get onto that, I just wanted to talk about this morning because it's been absolutely incredible. We've had some really atmospheric, misty conditions, and this is a location that I've been to maybe 15 or 20 times over the last 5 years. And yeah, just been looking for conditions or a morning like this, and it's never come. So today, yeah, we've finally got what we've been looking for, and it's been absolutely fantastic. And I've taken maybe 10 images or something like that already this morning. I've really concentrated on the photography side of things, and I'll share those images throughout this video. But the shot I've got set up here is basically 2 oak trees and then a bit of a valley just below me here, which is absolutely fantastic. Lots of mossy boulders and a patch of light up in the top right hand corner, which I hope will help draw the eye through the scene. Some dappled light in the midground as well. I think it looks absolutely lovely. Yeah, I am having to bracket this exposure though because of the dynamic range here. It's quite vast in terms of the shadows we've got in the foreground and that bright patch of sky at the top there. The mist is starting to lift a little bit now, but I don't care because this morning has been absolutely wonderful. Anyway, let's take this image now and then we'll get on to the main topic of this video. So to give a bit of context, I guess, I've been a photographer for nearly 2 decades now, which is pretty crazy. And over the years, I've used a mix of different systems. Now, like quite a few people my age, I started shooting film and then I moved over to digital, and then I shot full frame for a long time before moving to APS-C because I wanted to reduce the size and weight in my pack. And for a long time, that was just kind of my mindset. A Micro Four Thirds, I guess, never really felt like something that I wanted to give too much attention to, but that has definitely changed quite a bit recently. And the biggest shift for me has honestly come from just using it out in the field, because as you might know, when you reach a certain age, things like weight and portability, they start to matter a heck of a lot more. I've really noticed the weight in my pack a lot more recently. And there's been so many times over the years where I've decided not to take certain gear with me simply because it felt like too much for a long hike. And what I've realized is that when the barrier to carrying your camera drops, you just end up shooting more. You don't, I guess, overthink it as much. You're more likely to take the camera with you in the first place. And when something amazing happens, like this morning, these wonderful atmospheric conditions, you're actually there to capture it. And I think that's been the really interesting shift for me. This place is just absolutely incredible. The atmospheric conditions and the light has just been sublime this morning so far, and there's a lot more to come as well. But before we get onto that, I'd just like to thank the sponsor of this week's video, which is Squarespace. I've been using Squarespace for years, and building a website with them is incredibly easy. They have award-winning templates and built-in AI tools that can help you create a personal site in next to no time. Alongside great looking galleries to host your photos and a fantastic blog section, one of my favourite features is the ability to send out my weekly photography newsletter, all from the same platform, which helps me to connect with you on a more personal level, which I absolutely love. Honestly, Squarespace just makes everything really simple. There's a special link for you in my video description, and clicking it really does help support this channel as well. So if you'd like to set up your very own website, head over to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch your site, go to squarespace.com/IanWorth to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. So even though the light is getting a little bit more harsh now, I'm still really hopeful that I can make another image, and I've seen a lovely location just a little bit further down here that I think might work really well. So yeah, this little area here is lovely. I've got a fence line which runs down my left hand side, and the light's just breaking through the canopy to the right. And I'm just going to shoot this really simple, just focusing on the kind of fence leading the eye into the scene. I think it's really nice actually, even though the light is a little bit harsher, but we still do have a little bit of atmosphere in the air, which just helps soften things ever so slightly. So yeah, let's go ahead, take this image now, focusing about a third of the way in, f5.6, 1/50th of a second. So a few of the reasons I've been enjoying it more recently are pretty simple, but they've had a big impact on how I shoot. The first is just weight. You know, having a lightweight setup genuinely changes how you move through a landscape. You know, you're not thinking about your bag as much, you're not stopping as often just because things feel heavy, and you can stay out for longer without it feeling like a chore. I mean, this is such a big one for me. The second is reach. Now, having that extra telephoto reach in a compact system is actually really useful for landscape photography as well as wildlife. It lets you isolate details, compress scenes, and see compositions in a slightly different way. This lens, for example, is quite large for a Micro Four Thirds kit, but it gives me a 400mm full frame equivalent reach at f2.8, which is great for its light gathering purposes when shooting wildlife. It also doubles as a macro lens, and it's incredible for wildlife as well. So overall, it just feels like a system that encourages me to shoot more freely rather than carefully planning every single moment around the gear that I'm carrying. What an absolutely beautiful morning it is. So good to be out in the woodland, especially in the summer, you know, when typically it's quite dry. When you do get a misty morning, it makes such a difference to how, yeah, the whole place feels. So nice. So this is a pretty neat scene. We've got these overhanging branches just in front of me here, and a singular oak tree in the background. And I'm just going to frame up the singular oak tree amongst these branches just to frame it really nicely. And the atmosphere and mist across there is fantastic, and the light is beautiful too. So I'm not going to dwell. I'm going to take this image really, really quickly. Oh, tripping over while I'm doing it. Super quick. I can see my framing already. Ah, fantastic. Now, it wouldn't really be fair to talk about this without mentioning a few of the limitations as well, because like with any system, it's not perfect, you know. In very low light situations, or when you start pushing dynamic range quite hard, I guess there are times where you notice the differences compared to a larger sensor system. And if you're someone who really relies on a very shallow depth of field, that's another area where you might need to adjust your expectations ever so slightly. But for the way that I personally shoot, which is, I guess, often outdoors and in changing conditions, those limitations haven't really felt like deal breakers, because more often than not, you know, they're not really that relevant, I guess, to how I make my images. And I think that's what's really important. Probably one of the biggest takeaways for me through all of this is it's become less about whether one system is better than another and more about how it changes the way that you actually shoot. Now, what I've found with Micro Four Thirds is that I'm naturally combining landscape photography with wildlife more often than I ever did before, which is something I've always struggled to do with other systems. Having that versatility and reach in a relatively compact setup has really opened up new opportunities for me when I'm out in the field. And perhaps more importantly, I'm thinking less about the gear itself and more about the actual process of taking the photographs. And I think for me, that's probably the most important part of all of this. So yeah, I didn't really expect to feel this way about Micro Four Thirds, but here we are, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it, I have to say. Anyway, I'm back out again with the All-in-One Mark II for a proper hike and shoot in next week's video. So if you want to come along for that, please feel free to subscribe to the channel. As always, thanks so much for watching, and I will hope to see you again next week.